We have got to jump right into our Let's Play and Chat segment. We're going to take a look at Yoshi's Crafted World, and to help me do that, we've got Brett coming up to play the game. The segment is Let's Play and Chat. Welcome, Brett. Thank you for coming down. You were the first person here today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
And you haven't come down to see the show.
I was here last week.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, so you want to support the show?
Oh,
and,
yeah, absolutely.
Be a
Thanks.
part of
A
it.
huge, long-time follower of EP and watching you since I was like 10 or so.
Awesome,
so
man.
It's kind of a
Don't
dream come true sitting next to this guy here. So.
Okay. No, that's so rad, dude. And are you from Vancouver?
No, I'm from a small town in Ontario, a little hockey town, and it's Belleville.
In Belleville, very cool. I've heard good things
small
about Belleville. I heard
yeah,
it's one of the prettiest towns in our country.
I don't know about that. Vancouver's pretty nice.
Vancouver's
it's a hockey
nice.
town, and like just growing up in Canada, like it's either you like hockey or you're thrown in jail. Like it's against the law to not like hockey in Canada, and if you like video games, it's kind of like you're told, why are you playing a kids game? That's a kids game, and you're sitting there being like, hockey's a kids game too, man.
Just play NHL, and then when they leave the room, you put in the game that you want.
Oh, it's always the games that I want. I was.
Actually did that.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
What do we got for me? What do we have?
You are playing Yoshi, so
which one's Yoshi?
Yoshi's the
Could you?
green guy.
I'm kidding. Could you imagine if I was like that?
Oh yeah, it'd be crazy.
Of course, I know who Yoshi is.
You'd be in the wrong show right now.
I know, right?
Okay, so go back that way.
Okay.
You got to play it on this screen, unfortunately, but
I
it's
see.
projecting in the room, and then go to the little red dot and jump into the world. I haven't played this at all. We're only going to play this for a little bit.
So what is it called? Yoshi's
Crafted World.
Crafted
and
World.
They've done some cool things with yarn and Play-Doh with and cardboard. Yeah.
It's got a kind of like a Little Big Planet feel.
Yeah. Looks gorgeous. Looks beautiful. And of course, the segment is Let's Play and Chat. So if you have a question or a comment, this is our time to interact. And it's great to see you, Bo. Good to see you, Nintendo Boy 17, Joshua Estes, Paul Adamson, Sam I Am 111, Blair Farrell, Blade Blur, Maddle Pirate. I don't know if I've ever seen this person. Maddle Pirate says hire this guy. Is he a friend of yours?
Hire this guy? No, might be. I don't know.
Are you looking for work?
Oh, I'm always looking for work.
Yeah,
so
are you?
in the gaming industry in Canada, I think it's a really interesting time to be in the gaming industry.
For nothing.
Oh, I would.
Yes. Okay.
if it was in the gaming industry in Canada, for sure I would.
All right, you guys. We got a question from Bubble Buster. Has Blake eaten at Blake's Lotta Burger? It's a great fast food restaurant. Question for you, Blake.
Oh, I died.
Oh, it does not like it.
I died.
Oh, never eaten there. Okay. All right. He has not eaten there. Do you work at Lotta Burger, Blake's Lotta Burger? Question. Yes, question. What are your favorite hockey video games? Sam I Am 111 wants to know.
Oh, my hockey favorite? Oh, yeah. I didn't play. I strongly against hockey.
Hockey
I
in all
don't like
forms.
it. Yeah, I hate hockey in all forms, man. Can't stand it. I've been told. Well,
They kicked you out of Belleville.
Well, yeah, exactly. But the reason why I don't like hockey so much is that as being a kid in Canada, not liking hockey and wanting to play video games.
Yeah. Well, you're in the right city.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a big hockey
You get made
town
fun
here.
of, and you're like,
Vancouver's
why?
pretty big on hockey, but we also had a basketball team, and people cannot.
Well,
like
how
hockey.
about the Overwatch team though? How about
And the
that?
Overwatch team,
we just got one of the first e-sported teams in Canada, official e-sported teams for the Overwatch League.
Pretty rad.
Toronto got one as well,
Yep.
and I think that's making major strides for competition in Canada. In my
Absolutely.
opinion. I think Brooke kind of hit it right on the head when he was talking about it being a universal language, but it's also a universal form of competition. It's we talk so much about different forms of competition and what's equal and what's not, but when Yoshi is programmed to only jump a certain amount and only run a certain speed, you and me are equal on a digital platform, so it doesn't matter guy, girl,
right.
Disability or not disability. I mean, I've seen people missing arms and legs play competitively.
Gaming in the Olympics is
100%. Maybe not the Olympics. Call it the Olympics because that's kind of direct for sports, but there is going to be a level of competition that is going to be digital.
I think we should get to that for sure.
I think if you look at it this way, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, 10,000 years from now, we've colonized Mars and Venus, and we've colonized Neptune, and whatever we've colonized.
Yes.
Sports isn't going to be the same on each planet.
No.
Mars isn't going to have football. It's not going to have hockey. So what's our Olympics going to look like at that point?
We're all going to be robots, brother.
You're right, but competition is going to be on the digital platform.
Yeah, for sure. We got a question from Jamie in the crowd. I wish we had a Donahue mic. We got to have one of those things. Yeah. All right. Okay. What's your question? I'm actually away.
Question.
So we'll be doing some rundowns from an exotic location to be announced in the next couple of days. But we don't have EP Live next week. We are back the week of March 25th, and I don't know who's coming yet, but we'll announce soon on various social media networks that are working. But good question. So stay tuned. Good people will come through. Jordan Cunningham, question. Hey, Vic, would it be awesome if NHL hockey came to the Switch? Yes, I think it would.
I think it would.
But
I think it would.
only good for your friends, not for you.
I mean, okay, you got to understand, if there's a video game or like an actual physical activity, clearly I'm going to take the video game.
Totally.
For sure. I'm getting eaten by this piranha plant.
Question from Tyfish. You should get Tommy on for a Yoshi review. I should get Tommy. But Tommy, as we all know,
Yeah,
he runs in television now, right?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's got a new console coming out. He'll show up in an Intellivision t-shirt. He's all pro Intellivision. I tried to get him to review Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, and he backed away because he can't really talk about other...
Just thinking about you two back together, man.
Well, I want to do it, but he won't. And
we
were talking about reviewing
Tommy.
stuff, and then he's the president of Intellivision, so he's got like...
Well, you can
and
invite
so
him
now the
on
only thing I can
for-
review is Intellivision games. And he's going to give every one of them 10. So it's a weird thing. I guess I could review movies with him or comic books or something like that. Question from Elliot Stephen Paul.
Just do a podcast and talk.
Yeah, totally. Have you ever been to Anime Revolution? Do you go to any other conventions aside from Fan Expo? Elliot, I'm going to, I think it's the Anime Expo or the Anime Revolution in Toronto in May. I think I'm going to be there. I'm working it out with the folks, but I'll have an announcement about that very soon. And I'm also going to be at a free comic book day event in Ontario through a friend, and I'll tell you guys more about that as soon as I seal the deal. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting out for both of those. Question: when is your Persona 5, Shadows of Valentia, and Metal Gear Survive review coming from you? That's from Happy Console Gamer. I don't know. I think it's going to be when we can get together and review it together, Johnny. All right, we'll do all three of those together, okay? Blade Blur question, what about U.S. conventions? I would like to do that as well, but I don't have time to like chase every kind of opportunity and lead. That's my dilemma right now. But I would love to do that. Maybe we'll be at PAX this year. It worked out that I was at Fan Expo last year and they were on the same weekend. I love going down to PAX. Stay tuned. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, go for it.
How important do you think cross-compatibility is for the next future of gaming?
I think it's really important. I think,
Why is that?
I was thinking back to the moment when Reggie and Phil and what's the Sony guy's name? And Sean Layden were all on stage at the Game Awards. That is an emblematic kind of moment. That is a moment that Jeff worked his ass off to create, and it's also symbolic of the future of video games.
Yeah.
These stupid clubhouses that we have put up there, all through the marketing hype of Sega does what Nintendo don't, and all of these ridiculous console wars that we've had, even the PC and Mac fight, all of these things, the Android and iOS fight, all of it is just they're artificial barriers to content, and it's made people miss out on other opportunities. And I think what Netflix kind of showed is you can scrub all of the lines off of where the content comes from and be a purveyor for all of it.
For everyone.
And even network television, and people working in television today that might be watching this aren't going to like to hear this, but networks just don't make any sense anymore.
Well, they're writing. The reason why they're writing for TV. They're writing for a weird pattern of commercial breaks and advertisement.
Yes.
Where Netflix, they have that idea of like, let's give you 10 episodes. We're gonna write the story, give you the arcs, give you the character, give you the everything that can be in 10 episodes, and we'll cut it up whatever way we want.
Yeah.
We're not gonna cut it up around.
Well,
every 15 minutes to get some advertisements in your face.
Just the idea of making you have to join a clubhouse before you can see this stuff over and over again. It's just a silly way to kind of exist.
Just old. It's an old way of.
Yeah, and we don't know where shows come from anymore. especially with the world of Netflix. You used to, like, when I was growing up, you'd decide what channel you're going to watch, and you were on that channel for a while.
I think
now that doesn't matter. And that's why AMC puts their name in the shows that they make. You know?
I think the beauty of Netflix is just being able to open up different avenues of cultural shows, just like Dark from, I think, Germany.
Yeah.
Just never be able to see that on television.
Yes.
One of the greatest things I've witnessed on Netflix, and
Totally.
it came from something I wouldn't have been able to see otherwise.
Yeah, and you
don't see that kind of stuff on TV.
And Steam, I think, operates in much the same manner. I don't think people go to Steam and go, okay, well, I only want to look at Capcom stuff, or I only want to look at Konami stuff. Certainly, super fans of those brands do, and they exist out there.
Always have fans.
But you can go and you can see an indie game next to a massive AAA title, and I think that's the precursor to the way that we should be thinking about things. So cross-platform play is huge, and the companies kind of getting along for the betterment of the medium is the only way to go. And I think that we're moving towards that. And honestly, if Microsoft says that Xbox Live is going to be on the Switch, that's a huge change. That is not an admission of defeat or surrender or having to kind of reposition because Sony has outsold the Xbox One. That is Xbox being progressive and saying, having these artificial blockades from people being able to access this content is not going to serve the consumer of the future. And I think Sony will probably eventually do that, and Nintendo will be the last bastion. They'll be the ones that hold out the longest. HoloLens Zelda, yeah, right? VR Mario Kart. There's so many things that we don't get to experience because of these stupid
limitations
Yeah, it's tribal. Yeah, well, anyways, big question, good question. We just got a chance to take a quick little look at it, but we actually do have to kind of wrap up because we have to close down the cafe. But remember, when we make EP Live, you can come and join us right here in the space of the VFS Cafe in Vancouver. That's at 390 West Hastings, and we'd love to see you here live and in person. It's pretty fun, right?
Convenient location.
And you get a good
Stop
show.
On by.
You get to hear from cool people like Brooke Burgess.
That's true.
Pretty damn cool. We're going to be back on March 25th with a new EP Live. In the meantime, we'll have a bunch of new rundowns for you, and I'll be doing some reviews literally on the run, so stay tuned for all of those. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you get caught up on all the fun things that we've been making, and if you dig it, hit subscribe and that little bell and all the things. We'll see you very soon. Play forever.